founders, the exciting thing about Techstars is that we don't have to go it alone. We get to experience an outpouring of support in helping us solve issues that have not historically been prioritized.
The most exciting thing about Techstars Impact is being around other founders with big ideas. We get to have this awesome camaraderie of 9 other companies who are as bold and passionate about their ideas as we are.
I've truly loved getting to know the other entrepreneurs in our cohort. It's been amazing to build community with these talented people, to learn from them and to watch their growth, because really it inspires mine.
Seeing these people sacrifice so much to create something out of nothing, ultimately to make the world a better place, it pushes me to work a lot harder.
When you're around other amazing founders, it's impossible to not get inspired, and so it's just making me think bigger.
The most exciting part has been the access to Techstars' network of resources and mentors. Being able to run ideas and ask questions to senior people has been game-changing.
Even in a city like Atlanta, where the startup community is well known for helping new founders, the dedication and the wisdom the mentors bring is unbelievable.
The access that I've had to incredible entrepreneurs doing incredible work to change the world. This group and program has become like a family to me, and I am extremely grateful.
There are so many amazing things about Techstars, the mentors, my peers, the workshops, but I think the thing that we're most excited about having is a bigger overall audience and platform to amplify our mission.
It feels like we've been busy building a rocket ship this whole time, and now this is me hitting the launch button. Feeling this thing we've made start to take off is amazing.
Please welcome to the stage Tim Dorr, Managing Director of Techstars.
Hey everyone, one sec. Write me an introduction speech to Techstars Impact. ChatGPT is at capacity right now. Oh crap. All right, gotta do this live. Hey everyone, welcome to the 4th Techstars Impact Demo Day. My name is Tim Dorr, and I'm Managing Director for Techstars Impact, also Techstars Atlanta over the summer, and both are powered by Cox Enterprises. This is my first Impact class, and I have some big shoes to fill. I want to thank my predecessor, Barry Givens, former Managing Director, for establishing such an amazing program, and I'm truly standing on the shoulders of giants. And today you get to meet some soon-to-be giants, these amazing founders. And you're going to be blown away by what they're working on. These 10 for-profit, mission-driven companies are working to clean up the planet, revolutionize farming, overhaul our education system, repair our trust in government, fix inequities in the workplace, and much more, you know, like super small stuff. So I can't wait for you to see what they've been up to over the past 13 weeks. So let's meet the first company.
Recycle this? Can you recycle this? How about this? The answer is yes, with an asterisk. You see, the recyclability of an item isn't determined by the numbers or symbols on your packaging. It's actually determined by your location. Recycling guidelines vary based on where you're located at that specific place and time. For example, at Georgia Tech, you can recycle pizza boxes. But just down the street at Georgia State, you can't. These little nuances in recycling is what makes it confusing, and it's costing us, both environmentally and economically. 110 million tons of recyclable waste enters our landfills every year, and we spend $4 billion just to send it there. We all want to do the right thing, but knowing how to do our part correctly is what leaves us all stumped. My name is Nicole Toole, and I'm the CEO and founder of ECO. I've worked over the last 4 years working to understand the solution, building this problem, building solutions, and have raised over $175,000 in non-dilutive capital in doing this work. So what is ECO? ECO is a mobile app that uses artificial intelligence to detect the recyclability of materials. You take a picture of anything, and ECO gives you up-to-date, correct, and the most sustainable guidelines on how to dispose of your waste. And the best part? You get rewarded for this good behavior too, with discounts to products and services that you love in your community. So this is all good for you, but it also does wonders for the institutions that are footing the bills for your waste disposal. Universities, municipalities, corporate offices benefit directly from your improved recycling behavior, with lower recycling bills, higher rebates, and the ability to effectively track how close they are in reaching their waste zero goals. Through our annual licenses, we give these institutions the ability to fully digitize their recycling programs, while also keeping their users up to date of any changes. Additionally, we're actively planning to monetize the waste data that we collect. Because we're collecting images of all of the things that our users are disposing, we're able to get detailed insights into how products are being disposed across the globe. So, the question that I'm always asked is, does it work and do people use it? The answer is yes, with an exclamation point. To date, we've launched paid pilots at Georgia State and the Georgia Institute of Technology, and we've helped students dispose over 35,000 items correctly on our platform. Resulting in over 1,000 pounds being diverted from landfills and over a ton of carbon emissions being recaptured. And this is just the beginning for us. This year, we're actively working and exploring the opportunity to conduct a pilot with none other than Cox Enterprises. None of this work could have been done without my phenomenal co-founder, Ryan Walden, who's a machine learning engineer who has years' experience building AI models. And my phenomenal team, who's also in the audience with us today, our incredible advisors. We're the team that is going to make ECO the go-to app for waste disposal. So, and that's why we're planning to also launch within your home, in corporate offices, and all the places that you know and love. We are ready to take on the world of waste and to transform it for the better. The only question that's left is if you are ready to join us. Thank you.
Have you ever done something that was impactful, but you couldn't scale it? For example, you're a store owner and you want to write a handwritten letter to every single person that purchases an item. You could probably do that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but likely on that 3rd time, you probably wouldn't want to do it again. Manually recruiting talent feels this way, especially when you're focusing on diverse talent. When you have to, as a recruiter, jump from resource to resource, such as LinkedIn, to source for these specific groups. However, it is very impactful to focus on sourcing for diverse talent, but as a recruiter, when you have to use various platforms to find these specific groups, it just doesn't scale. However, having a community of diverse professionals in one specific location is something that can scale. There isn't a community-based platform specifically for diverse talent that gives them the ability to network and find community in one specific spot. I have been a recruiter, I've seen the problem firsthand, and I decided to do something about it. And we're starting with the Black and Latinx community. My name is Jonathan Cornelius. I'm the founder and CEO of Stratos, and we are a community-building tool that connects Black and Latinx professionals to each other, and companies have the ability to hire them. Stratos is a social platform that gives our professionals the ability to see representation, which is community for us, and also the ability to find their next career opportunity. we roll our solution out in 3 simple steps. 1, user signs up, build a profile. 2, they then have the ability to jump into conversation during the community aspect of our platform. And thirdly, and most importantly, they have the ability to find a career. And our solution saves time for recruiters. When it comes to the demographics that we're focusing on, historically it's very hard to find them. We save time by putting them in one central location. And the community aspect of our platform gives our professionals the ability to see representation, because that truly matters to us as Stratos. And we are rolling ourselves out in 2 phases. Phase 1, we've successfully launched the beta side of our platform, and we're currently driving engagement on the resource. Phase 2, we're building out the customer portal of our platform, which is giving companies the ability to post their jobs directly to our community members. And it's the right time and place for us, because 80% of talent leaders are committed to using a platform such as Stratos so they can have the opportunity to source, engage, and nurture talent specifically from our demographics. And we drive revenue through giving companies the ability to post jobs directly to our community, to where they can engage, they can find, send direct messages so they can have on-demand access to the communities that we have on our resource. And we have a solid understanding of our space because we actually started off as a recruitment firm. We have worked with more than 15 plus companies. We placed 30 plus professionals into jobs, and we've driven $75K in revenue. And this is the momentum that led us to build out our platform. We currently have 700 plus professionals on our wait list, 140 professionals using the beta of our resource, and 5 companies committed to posting jobs. And today, we are extremely excited to announce that we have pilot opportunities with both Google and Sage North America. And my team has a solid understanding of the problem that we are going after. My technical co-founder, CJ, has a unique understanding of building scalable solutions. My product manager, Georgia, understands the fundamentals of engagement on a platform. And our advisors have worked at some big organizations and have a solid understanding of both social and career aspects of building a scalable platform. And we are building a solution that both saves recruiters time when it comes to sourcing from our demographics, as well as giving our community members the access to representation and social abilities. And we are Stratos, and we look forward to seeing you in the stratosphere. If you want to learn more about how we are changing how companies hire from our groups, scan the QR code, and we look forward to seeing you in the stratosphere.
Seven p.m. to midnight. For most of us, these hours represent the time we take to escape work and recharge. Maybe you watch shows, spend time with your friends, quality time with a loved one, time with your kids. But can you imagine what it would be like to not have that time? I can, because I was a teacher. My name is Ian Cohen, but my students knew me as Mr. Cohen, the 9th and 10th grade social studies teacher. And after my 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. day of teaching, I would settle in at the nearest coffee shop from 7 p.m. to midnight, creating lesson plans, coming up with activities, grading worksheets, communicating with parents, doing all of the other work that goes into teaching. But after 2 years of 15-hour days, I burnt out and left the classroom. And as many of you are probably already aware, this is the reality for millions of teachers across the country. It's not politics or safety or even you crazy parents out there that are driving us out of the profession. No, it's the administrative work. You see, the average teacher has over 600 hours of extra work to do outside of the classroom each year, leading to 91% of teachers having to take work home with them. And when teachers were asked, what could school and district leaders do to keep us from leaving? A whopping 43% said if you just reduce that administrative burden, all of those hours I'm in that coffee shop, that would be enough to keep us around. Now, in other industries, we've developed workflow management systems for their specialists. Salespeople have Salesforce. Developers have Jira. Designers have Canva. But teachers are still forced to use old databases and hack together Google Docs and Drive folders and Google Sheets none of which were actually designed for them. That's why we made Terra, a productivity suite specifically designed for educators, so we can save teachers time and keep more of them in the classroom supporting our students. With Terra, teachers get an integrated planner, calendar, and curated resource bank that we pair with specialized premium teacher tools. And Terra serves as an HQ for collaboration, where teachers can come and share tasks, log meetings, share templates and strategies, all in one place. And for our first premium teacher tool, we decided to focus on the teachers who need the most support, special educators. Required by law to track custom goals and student progress, special educators can use Terra's built-in goal tracker to log data 10 times faster than the leading competitor, on their way to saving 300 hours of time each year. And when we release our first ChatGPT integrations, there's literally no limit to the impact that we can have. Meanwhile, district leaders finally get to see student data in real time, which is ultimately what they're paying for. We sell Terra to special education directors in school districts and charter networks across the country on a per-student basis. But unlike our competition that only sells to school systems, we also have a freemium option for individual teachers so that we can generate leads and sell Terra year-round. Now, the best part about all of this is that our focus on special education is working. Prior to Techstars, we spent our first 2 years perfecting our productivity suite and proving there's demand for this product. And since starting Techstars and focusing on special education as our go-to-market strategy, we've been able to secure 6 school district and charter network pilots, including a region-wide contract with the KIPP network, the largest network of charter schools in the country, which puts us on track to go from 7 schools to over 50 starting in the fall. Thank you. Now, there are over 700,000 special education teachers representing a $600 million initial market opportunity. But that's just the beginning. Special education is our entry point. The market for educator productivity is set to be a $25 billion global opportunity. Now, my co-founder, Laura Jackson, and I were both classroom teachers. And we're supported by an amazing group of investors, advisors, and mentors. And we all agree that it's time we put teachers first. Yes, even ahead of students. You see, kids come and go, but it's a teacher that can turn any room into a classroom. Without teachers, a school becomes just another building. And so now everybody in here probably knows a teacher. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, somebody in your neighborhood. And we all secretly envy the impact they get to make every single day. Well, today, you can make an impact too. Tell them about Terra. It's free to sign up and help us keep more teachers in the classroom and give them their evenings back. Thank you. Class dismissed.
We are losing topsoil so fast that in 60 years, all of our farmland will be gone. Our current agriculture system is broken, and unless we change the way we farm, the future is going to be a hungry one. But there is a better way: regenerative agriculture. On the left, you see a conventional farm that leaves soil bare and ready to blow away in the next storm, with one crop requiring spraying with lots of chemicals. It's not a sustainable system, but it is a simple one. On the right, you see a regenerative farm, where the whole ecosystem is being cultivated. The farm integrates its cash crops with pollinator gardens, forest breaks, and livestock to provide natural fertility. This farm builds up topsoil every year, reversing decades of loss. But it is a more complex system. Regenerative agriculture has a ton of benefits. It does all of these things, but importantly, the farmer can also be more profitable because he or she needs to spend less money on fertilizer, pesticides, other chemicals that cost a lot of money. So you might think that this should be our default way of farming. And a lot of people would agree with you. there's actually billions of dollars from the government, food brands, and investors all trying to transition farmland to regenerative agriculture. But farmers have trouble accessing the money, and so still almost no one farms this way. And why is that? Well, regenerative agriculture is hard. I mean, just look at all the things it requires a farmer to manage, which would be fine because this is the stuff that farmers are good at. But they also have to manage their farm businesses, including the finances, the marketing and sales, the logistics, the legal compliance, the hiring. And I bet you startup founders in the audience know how this feels. So farmers either can't make the transition to regenerative, or they get stuck farming regeneratively at a small scale and don't have the time and energy to grow their farms. I'm Alex, and I'm the CEO of Good Agriculture. We are the corporate back office for regenerative farmers. We give them the time and energy they need to focus on their operations and grow their farms, and therefore, all of regenerative agriculture. We offer 3 services today: finding and applying for funding, financial management, and marketing. We combine best-of-breed solutions with our own tech to serve our farmers as efficiently and scalably as possible. We work with farmers across 2 channels. We provide farmers all over the country growing all sorts of food with monthly and one-time services. We also partner with other organizations on grants to provide our services to underserved farmers at no cost to them. And since we've started Techstars, we've grown our revenue by 10x, our number of customers by 5x, and have helped farmers apply to more than $1 million in funding. Scaling regenerative agriculture is a gnarly problem, but we have the team to do it. I have the business background from a career at McKinsey & Company, and my co-founder Kirsten is not just a data guru, but also a regenerative farmer. And the rest of our team are experts in farming, analytics, marketing, and grant writing. We are scaling the regenerative agriculture revolution, and I invite each of you, investors, technologists, and eaters, to join us and America's million small farmers. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to take the next few moments and talk to you all about motherhood, fatherhood, parenthood, exhood. So for context, I'm the friend that absolutely no one expected to be a mom. I pretty much popped up pregnant, and the looks on everyone's faces said, "Girl, aren't you gay?" It's a very long story, but a really short science lesson. There are free drinks in the back, so chances are you'll hear me tell it once or twice. But what I will share is, I thought the journey to and through motherhood would be really magical. All of the hard and sleepless nights, hey Nova, I was expecting those. But what I didn't expect is that my journey might have a little less magic, a little less spark as a Black queer woman. As Black LGBTQ+ parents and prospective parents, we face a disproportionate amount of obstacles when starting our families. There are racist policies, discriminatory providers, and so much harmful misinformation, all blocking access to our dreams and delaying us from our family building goals. But we're persisting and still quite literally spending millions of dollars to make these families happen. So we don't deserve to be excluded or even afterthoughts. My name is Mia Cooley. I've spent my entire life building products for underrepresented communities. I knew that we deserved better because on my own path to motherhood, I was made to feel like I was never supposed to be a mom at all. But I knew that we deserved tailored resources. I knew that we deserved medical guidance and legal guidance and community support. So I built exhood. Exhood is an inclusive platform for innovative family planning and nurturing support. We've created a truly safe space for Black and brown queer parents to make the deep connections that they need for themselves and for their families to thrive. Our mobile platform offers up a village of community empathetic support and a network of vetted providers who our community members can trust along their parenting building journeys. Xhood gives them the opportunity to build these relationships both in person and virtually, and our community members pay for access to a community where they know that they're not just prioritized, but where they belong. Our fertility and family providers, this is their chance to get it right for a previously overlooked market, and so they're willing to give us a portion of the revenue generated from our parenting community members. And it's working. Our community online as it stands is 3,672 members with a wait list of 1,268 parents and prospective parents, all waiting for this new custom-built solution. But the thank you. But the partnership model, it's already working. We've generated over $100,000 in revenue, but that's not the real traction. The traction is in these growing families. Families like the Neal family, the Adams-Walker family, the Sneed-Baines family, the Cooley family. All of these are Xhood families. And we're located all across the United States, in Canada too. I just couldn't get it to fit on the slide. So it's important that we remain at the top of these safe spaces, because as the young people get more confident and empowered in their queerness, they're gonna be building families the way that we do here at Xhood. We already can't wait to support them. I know that my team and I are going to remain dedicated to the future and the legacy of queer families, and we want to make you a part of that legacy too. So, if you want to make a baby with me, just let me know. Thanks, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. My name is Hannah Turner, and I'm the program manager for Techstars Impact and Techstars Atlanta. Yeah. My job is to make sure that the Accelerator program runs smoothly and that everything goes to plan. I also have the privilege of working with our corporate partner, Cox Enterprises. This amazing Cox team up on the screen blows us away with their support of our founders. From weekly meetings to making introductions to investors, customers, and advisors, they are a huge part of what makes this program so special. Thank you guys so much. And not only does Cox support our founders during the program, but they also have a great team who helps me coordinate this demo day event that you're at right now. Whether it's the animated company logos that you have seen tonight, to the incredible intro video, to the reception that you guys are going to have later afterwards, Cox does everything they can to make this a magical evening. And finally, Cox also cares deeply about the Atlanta startup ecosystem. I know I'm not alone in recognizing them as one of the key players in its rapid growth. Each year, Dallas Clement, president and CFO of Cox Enterprises, visits the program and speaks to the founders about his perspective on Cox and the Atlanta startup ecosystem. The founders love it, and I know you will too, because you're about to hear from Dallas as well. So please join me in welcoming Dallas Clement to the stage.
Thank you, Hannah. You know, Tim, Hannah, and Anastasia do such a great job shepherding these Techstar programs, and myself and everyone at Cox Enterprises are so appreciative of the great work that they do. I also want to thank all of you for being here. You navigated the post-COVID Atlanta traffic. Yes, COVID is over. You navigated the rain. Fortunately, it wasn't 25 inches in 24 hours. So thank you for getting here safely, and thank you for supporting these wonderful entrepreneurs. And to the entrepreneurs, thank you for thinking differently. Thank you for your passion, your energy, the sleepless nights, navigating landmines. And thank you so much for picking this Techstars program to continue your mission of doing good in the world. Now, we all know that good ideas are enduring. Good ideas matched with purpose Now that's powerful, and that's what these programs, you've already heard 5, you're going to hear 5 more, and that's what makes them special, that's what makes them different. At Cox, we're a purpose-led company. This year, we will celebrate our 125th anniversary, and I think, thank you. It's, I've been there 33 years, and it's certainly something to be proud of, and I think everyone at Cox absolutely lives those values. In fact, our founder, Governor Cox, he said, look, do right by your employees, do right by your customers, do right by the communities that you operate in, and the business and the family will be fine. Atlanta is the community in which we're headquartered. We're passionate about Atlanta. Cox started as an entrepreneurial company, so we're particularly passionate about entrepreneurialism in Atlanta. And for that reason, we started Techstars 10 years ago. This is the 14th class. We were so thrilled with what Techstars was doing that 3.5 years ago, this is the 4th Techstars Impact class, as you heard from Tim, we started Techstars Impact, and we absolutely love the energy, the passion. Our teammates love engaging with the companies, thinking differently, seeing what they're able to do, and we know the Atlanta community loves it, and it's so special having them here, and again, thankful that they picked this program to advance their mission. Now, Cox has been doing ESG since before it was an acronym. If I think I can talk about all the many goals and our focus around ESG, but if I think about the social piece, one of our big goals is to empower 34 million people to live more prosperous lives by 2034. Techstars Impact and what you're hearing from these companies today are perfectly aligned with that, and that's yet another reason why Cox is so thrilled to be associated with this group of passionate founders. When I think of sustainability, also lots of goals and whatnot. You saw one of the companies earlier on talking about recycling and waste. One of our big goals is zero waste to landfill, and we're hoping to be there by 2024. We had, with the AJC, we're the first large metro paper to be zero waste to landfill, first telecommunications company to be zero waste to landfill. We also have big goals in carbon. And in fact, that's where we're aligned with Techstars, and that's why this partnership is so great. Techstars, this demo day and all the demo days are zero carbon footprint. So lots of reasons why Cox is engaged in this, lots of reasons why we're so thrilled to support these entrepreneurs. You got 5 more to listen to, but before that, every year we bring up one of the alumni companies to tell us about how they're doing to advance their mission. And this year we're thrilled to have Andre Pert, who's the founder and CEO of ConConnect, and he's going to give us an update on his mission to reintegrate formerly incarcerated folks back into the work world, back into society, and I think you're going to be thrilled to hear his story and his progress. And again, thank you all so much for your support of this program and for these wonderful entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction to Dallas as well. 650,000 individuals leave state prison every year in the United States of America. 31% of these individuals are going to remain unemployed. That's higher than the national average. 54%, which is nearly 400,000, are going to go back to prison within 3 years. I'm Andre Pert. I'm the founder and CEO of ConConnect. The person you see on the screen is also me, serving a 6-year state prison sentence in New York State Prison. I was released with 40 bucks, sent to a homeless shelter, and handed off to a social worker who handled all my needs with paper, pen, spreadsheets, and was very overwhelmed. All my referral needs, such as healthcare, mental health, jobs, and everything that I needed to actually be a regular citizen, was then handled on fact sheets, spreadsheets, pen and paper, and actually done on phone calls to a social worker who had a caseload of 75+ individuals returning from prison. I didn't see any solution, but with my experience as a formerly incarcerated individual and actually getting back into the workforce as a caseworker leaving prison, I had to still overcome the background check. I still had to go to employers and fill out that I was a criminal to them, that I was somebody with a felony conviction for a violent felony offense. I didn't get any jobs. 34 job denials that I faced, 17 using the LinkedIn platform. What was the only solution that I saw? Building my own platform for formerly incarcerated individuals to re-enter the workforce and actually find jobs and services using technology. And today I want to show you what over 300 social service agencies, how they're referring their clients to jobs and services in less than 30 seconds. And here we go. As a social worker, I can now refer my clients to jobs in the click of a button. I've sent my client on to an interview at Chase, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Verizon, Uber, any one of our client customers that we're working with today. Employers can now get on our platform and post jobs, and we allow them to not just post jobs on our platform, but their jobs actually connect with thousands of nonprofits training formerly incarcerated individuals, so now they have a pipeline between corporate and the community. What does that do? Gets more people like him in jobs. It gets caseworkers feeling like they can actually do social services again the right way. Social services is a big thing in the United States. So we brought life back to social services, decreasing staff fatigue, taking social service workers off of pen and paper, increasing their productivity, and most importantly, they were able to get their clients jobs and services that they actually needed in real time, doing it in 2 weeks versus the 90 days that it takes for them to handle these referrals. Our business model is quite simple. We charge organizations, we bill them annually per caseworker that gets on our platform or a social worker. Employers can use our freemium model where they can post unlimited jobs and build a budget behind that, or they can work with my seasoned team of recruiters where we charge 10 to 15% placement fee. And now we're working with correctional facilities where they can digitize the way they release individuals. We charge that based off the size of the correctional facility. We're in an $84 billion industry. Last year we left Techstars, we made $117,000 in 7 months. This is a large industry. Again, there's a quarter of the US population, 80 million individuals are walking around with felonies. Our competition is scarce. Honest Jobs is the only company that offers employment for formerly incarcerated. Notice that I said only employment. They don't offer services such as healthcare, banking, transportation. Employment is not the only thing that was going to keep me not going back to prison. Salesforce does not help nonprofits understand their clients. It helps them organize their clients. Social workers need to understand their clients. We use AI to help them do that. Our market strategy, we start with some traditional methods that work. Emails, cold calling. We partner with courthouses, parole, all the agencies where these formerly incarcerated individuals are going to be at, allowing us to reach individuals every day because people step out of prison every day. Here's some of our traction since leaving Techstars. We've been able to sell to municipal housing throughout New York State. We've been able to secure over 100 nonprofits, been on CNN, we've sold to Westchester government, and obviously we've done pilots with Cox Enterprise where we're able to help them secure formerly incarcerated individuals. Some of our milestones that we've been able to accomplish too and that we're chasing for 2023 into 2024 is we've been able to raise $1.3 million since leaving Techstars. A little bit over 800,000 have been in VC, and we've been able to raise nearly $300,000 in just grants. We're securing 500 organizations, 250 more employers, 3 to 5 correctional facilities, 5 jails, and we're planning to close this year out with about 500, not million, that's half a million in revenue. We're gonna get there though. Last year I did Techstars with just me and Daniel. We've grown to this team today. Phenomenal individuals. Me and Daniel met in prison. Together we had 10 years incarcerated. The rest of our team, Ty Jones, Joshua Wise, Daniel Hassan, and Karen Hedis, some of them are also ex-veterans. Ex-military veterans actually serve in the military right now as they work for us too as well. We have a seasoned team, ex-corporate professionals, ex-leaders, very smart, task-oriented, and they understand the vision. They're passionate, and either they're driven here from being formerly incarcerated or they have a friend, family, or loved one who's been formerly incarcerated, and they understand what we're building. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Andre, so much for sharing your vision and your journey with us. I'm Anastasia. I'm the investment principal here at Techstars Impact and Techstars Atlanta, both powered by Cox. And in my role managing recruiting and sourcing, I spend countless hours talking to and being inspired by founders like Andre and the next 5 founders that will be coming to the stage. I could tell you more, but they're going to do a much better job of it. So let's get back into it and bring out our next founder.
What is your home for? Are homes for social status? Are they an investment? Sure, maybe. But I believe that fundamentally your home is your slice of the world, the safest and most comfortable place where you can spend time with your family and raise your family and spend time with your loved ones, where you feel the most at home. I'll be a father in September, which I'm thrilled about and terrified for, because like all parents, what I want is for my child to grow up in a safe and healthy environment. But that's not what today's homes are providing. Instead, many of us are living in homes that are harmful to us, our children, and our planet. And that's if we're lucky enough to be able to find one that we can afford. This is in part because construction labor and material costs are constantly increasing. The industry is reliant on a fragmented global supply chain, and so they use cheap, unsustainable materials which release harmful chemicals into our living spaces. We can't solve these problems with incremental solutions. What we need now is a better way to build. My name is Elliot Kahn. I'm the founder and CEO of Humankind Homes, and that's exactly what we're doing. We build turnkey homes using our proprietary design, manufacturing, and assembly process. We use a single material, geopolymer concrete, to build the entire structure: foundation, floors, walls, roof, even the insulation and exterior siding. Using this durable geopolymer concrete, we see a 90% reduction in embodied carbon emissions. It's fireproof, non-toxic, and since it's made from locally sourced recycled materials, we are not reliant on the global supply chain. We precast a kit of bricks and beams and panels. They interlock together for fast and easy assembly. With our system, it takes 80% less labor to build a home than traditional construction. And it reduces the build time to under 2 months compared to the national average of over 9 months. So take a minute and think about the impact of reducing labor costs in the US home building industry by 80%. This industry spent $19 billion on labor in 2021. With our technology, they could have saved $15 billion. By simplifying this process, we are cost competitive on the very first home we build, while having better margins than the industry standard. That means we can be profitable while selling homes that people can afford. For example, in Portland, Oregon, where we're based, our average 800 square foot single family home costs only $170,000 to build compared to the local average of $250,000. So how do we do this faster, better, and cheaper? By taking a systems level approach and optimizing the entire end-to-end process. We utilize the deep knowledge that this great team has in manufacturing, building sciences, design, and automation, rather than relying on outdated methods. Now, we currently have pre-orders and a channel partner with a growing wait list of customers for us to build for. As soon as we go through certification and build a pilot project, we can start fulfilling those customers' needs and delivering for them. In order to do that, today I'm happy to announce that we've just opened our first manufacturing facility. If you're an investor or a developer and you're interested in working with us, or you'd like to sign up on our wait list, please reach out here. I'm really excited to invite you to join us in making healthy and sustainable housing for all. Thank you.
Name bias is real. The simple truth is if you have a racialized name, you are treated differently than those without. We see this in real estate, we see this in healthcare, and we certainly see this in college admissions. Dr. Ted Thornhill wrote a study called "We Want Black Kids, Just Not You." And what his research demonstrated is that applicants of color receive half as many responses to their email queries than students without racialized names. Deans of admissions say they want more students of color to apply, but they're unaware of these issues in communication. Admissions reps know that they have full email boxes, but they are really overworked and can't get to it. But what we know is that slow or dropped communication is yet another barrier to higher education that disproportionately impacts students of color. And students of all identities say, if they don't reply, why should I apply? I'm Marie Bigham. I have over 20 years of experience in the college admissions ecosystem as a leader in the conversation about equity and security in college admissions. What we're doing with Accelerated Equity Insights is we want to get more students of color to and through college. We know that better engagement with the students means more likelihood of them converting to become applicants. So we're helping college admissions offices build teams and communities that are diverse and are communities of belonging. And we do this through equitable communication. We're helping students get faster responses from the admissions offices. We're helping leaders assess their team's needs and performance. And we're helping admissions reps manage their inboxes equitably. Colleges pay us to pull data already in their existing CRMs that we then analyze on our platform. We look at the response times through the lens of student identities, like race, gender, and zip code. And then we look at how the team is performing and how individual reps are performing. We provide weekly reports, monthly deep dives, and soon we're going to be able to provide AI-generated nudges, notifications, and templates to speed up that response time. We have urgency to our work right now. There are attacks on diversity in higher ed in 15 states and counting. Soon, the Supreme Court is going to release 2 decisions that we believe will remove many of the tactics that we have used regarding race-conscious admissions. And right now, there is historic turnover in the college admission profession. So we have work to do, and we have exciting traction. We have 2 excellent proof of concept partners. We have a deep professional network of people who trust our work. And we're excited to start our sales this summer with a channel partner that's going to give us direct access to 350 clients. In our own research, a survey just a few weeks ago of college admissions professionals showed that 76% of them said that, yeah, they really need a tool that's going to help them manage their email and communication with equity. We're excited about the growth opportunities here. Just in higher ed, we're going to start with undergraduate admissions, and we believe that we can capture a full 60% of the 4-year colleges in the country, and that's about 1,600, so almost 1,700 colleges. Then we're going to expand on what's called the student success space. That's the to and through college. That's admissions, housing, advising, and financial aid. That quadruples our sales opportunities just in higher ed. After we grow in higher ed, then we go into the industries that are required to demonstrate non-discrimination, like mortgages, rentals, and healthcare. Dr. Ted Thornhill, the person I mentioned earlier with that research, he's our co-founder and he's our co-CEO. And we've built, I gotta be honest, a really remarkable team. And I'm really excited so many are here today. Our team brings experience with over 20 startup ventures, over 30 years of research, over 75 years in marketing, and over 100 years in college admissions experience. And this team, we are excited to build community with you. Thank you so much.
Put your money on the backseat. Don't give a hell, paparazzi, baby. You know they always trying to get me. $1 million at the night seat. I can make it rain on you. I can make your dreams come true. But let me get this straight, don't ever need no man to tell me what to do.
Hi, everyone. We're actually going to talk about periods, so just a little warning. Half the population is going to have a period in their lifetime. And a majority of people are actually using products made with synthetic materials, like plastic, bleach, and chemical finishes. Did you know that you can get over 100 billion nanoplastics shed into the uterus every month from conventional period care? When you think about this fact over the course of someone's lifetime, it's terrifying. My co-founder and I found this out, and it wasn't shocking to us that we experienced a lot of health issues in our early 20s. From miscarriages to hormone imbalances, this caused us to rethink and toss all of our toxic personal care and look for better solutions. So we've made it our mission to make products that are better for your body and the planet. Hi, my name is Val. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I'm also a mother and an earth activist of Riff Care. We're the first company in the world to make period care out of hemp fiber. We use hemp fiber for a lot of reasons. One, it's naturally antibacterial. Two, it's super absorbent. It also grows with less water and less land than other conventional materials. To make our product, we take fiber that's been upcycled from industrial hemp production. We then cottonize it into a super soft material, and we then turn that into the most comfortable pads you've ever worn. And there are actually samples in the bathroom for everyone to try. So last year we launched in June of 2022, and a month later we landed on retail shelves. And soon after that we became available on Amazon. After 5 months of being on Amazon, we won an Amazon Choice Award. We're now in 80+ retail locations, and that number is growing every single month. And since we launched 10 months ago, we sold 13,000 boxes, pulling in over $100,000 in revenue. And the great thing is, period care is not a niche market. Surprise. Half the population needs it for half their lifetime. It's a $40 billion total market, and the great fact is that organic brands are outpacing conventional sales growth year over year. Our brand is perfectly aligned to be a leader in the space where new brands that are simply slapping their label on what already exists cannot. We plan on growing with our community and handling people's needs for their whole reproductive cycle, not just their period. As we grow, we want to grow with our community, from menstruation to motherhood. Our team is made up of scientists like my co-founder Rebecca, marketing experts such as myself, and an amazing team of advisors and investors that come from some of the biggest names in consumer packaged goods that are helping us with our growth into retail and beyond. With Riff, we're making period care safer and more comfortable so that periods don't have to have a negative impact on people or the planet. You can scan this code to learn more about our product and where we're going next. Thank you.
Meet Sarah and Jen. They have been best friends since high school. They both have 2 adorable kids, watch The Bachelor, and have a sensible Honda minivan. However, there's one essential difference between the 2 of them in terms of how they walk in the world. Sarah is married to a man, and Jen is married to a woman. Now, the first time Sarah fell in love, she couldn't wait to tell her friends and family. And the first time Jen fell in love, she didn't tell anyone for 3 years. When Sarah goes to plan a vacation with the kids, she just has to hop on Expedia or whatever you're using these days and find the best deal. Jen has to research for weeks first to find somewhere that is LGBTQ friendly and safe for her family. When coworkers ask Sarah about her family at home, she always proudly says, "My husband and kids." Jen says, "My spouse and kids," just to play it safe. I have been Jen, and someone you know has surely been Jen. While it's true that we've seen some increase in cultural acceptance for the LGBTQ community over the years, queer people still face significant challenges just existing in our day-to-day. Safe spaces, whether they in-person or digital, are still fundamentally important to the lives of LGBTQ people. We live in a time where 34% of LGBTQ people have left a job due to treatment by their employer, and they're nearly 4 times more likely to be victims of violent crime. When faced with those realities, connection to community provides a much-needed feeling of safety and belonging, and something queer women just shouldn't have to live without
in 2023, the year of ChatGPT. My name is Laura Mitchell, and I am the CEO and co-founder of The Low. I am a proud Southern gay woman. And I co-founded The Low because, like Jen, I have faced challenges throughout my life, coming out in certain spaces, constantly searching for LGBTQ-friendly this or that, and finding community near me. It's exhausting. If it sounds exhausting, yeah, it's exhausting. But The Low, we're here to change that. We are connecting queer women to community so that they can thrive. Our solution is an online membership-based social platform for LGBTQ women, a safe and curated space where members know they can go to meet like-minded women, to build friendships, grow their network, and perhaps most importantly, find community near them. With The Low, Jen, our friend from before, can log in and use Low groups to connect and meet up with other members in her area with similar interests. She can also check out the Low directory for member-vetted recommendations for those queer-friendly vacation spots, daycares, healthcare providers, hairstylists, and more. It gets hard as soon as you're outside of 285. The Low makes these seemingly simple day-to-day decisions and activities what they should be, simple. Our members pay subscription fees, which can be offset by employer sponsorships. And for companies, we sell private ERG group spaces on our platform, as well as listings on our job and business directories. The LGBTQ market is massively underserved, and it is also growing, increasing each year and even more with each generation. We are now the fastest growing minority in the US, with over 7% of the US population now identifying as LGBTQ, including 1 in 10 millennials and 1 in 5 Gen Zers, with a collective purchasing power of over $1.4 trillion. The Low is starting right here in Atlanta, capital of the New South, with a plan to scale to cities across the US in the next 2 years, and ultimately, nationally and globally. During Techstars, we were able to 4x our waitlist with over 1,000 women now signed up. And I'm happy to announce that we are launching on the App Store on April 30th to our first Atlanta cohort. We're the team to do this. I have been building and managing online communities for queer women for over 7 years. And my co-founder, Jessica Duveen, has over a decade of experience working with mission-driven startups and impact investors. We also have an amazing group of advisors and mentors who have the combined experience to truly push our levers of success forward. We are The Low, and we are on a mission to connect queer women to community so that they can thrive. Please reach out to us if our mission speaks to you.
So imagine that you're interviewing 2 candidates for a job, only you can't see their resumes, you can't even meet them. The only thing you know about them is their names. And what sort of company would that be? This, though, is the experience I went through when I went to vote for the first time. Only I wasn't hiring people for a company, I was hiring the people that would lead my city, my police department, and my state. Story goes that I was fresh out of college from Georgia Tech, was prepared with the best intentions to do my civic duty, but when I showed up, all I saw were random names on the ballot and maybe what party they belonged to. And y'all, I was guessing my way through that thing. I tried to do my research beforehand, but I ran into the problem that most people do. Number one, finding information on these candidates takes hours of painstaking effort and research, and honestly, it's a little boring. Number two, most information that's out there has a very heavy political bias associated with it. And number three, at the local level, there's almost no information on these candidates at all. And don't even get me started on all the ballot referendums and amendments and all that stuff. I didn't leave that day feeling empowered or proud of myself for voting. I left feeling crummy about how little I knew. My name is Walter Lay, and I wanted to make sure that this wasn't the norm anymore. I wanted to make sure that every American had a way that they could cast an informed vote for some of the most important offices in our government. So I created Branch. Branch is a free, nonpartisan website that informs you about what's on your unique ballot. You don't have to know anything about your upcoming districts or elections. You simply enter in your address, and Branch walks you through all of your unique candidates and referendums. Our team of highly qualified researchers spends hours combing through candidate websites, combing through news articles, voting records, finance records, and we consolidate all this into concise, nonpartisan summaries about where candidates stand on key issues. We originally launched back in 2020, and in just 1 month before our first election, we had over 10,000 voters in Atlanta use Branch. Pretty much all of these people learned about Branch through word of mouth, which has been a consistent growth mechanism for us over the last few years, even in small local elections. In the last Atlanta city election, nearly 1 in 10 voters used Branch to prepare. And what's more is that we're giving people a way that they can move beyond the party to focus on the issues and the candidates. And so now Branch users are 3 times more likely to vote across party lines compared to national voters. Thanks. We've had a really exciting start here in the Peach State. So what's next? Well, today I'm excited to announce that Branch is going national. We want to make sure that we do this right, and so we're starting to expand state by state, starting with our very first state in just a few weeks, where we'll be launching in Virginia just in time for their big elections they have going on in June. From there, we'll move into the big swing states by the 2024 election in all 50 states within the next few years. Branch makes money through a B2B subscription model in which we license our software and our candidate research to organizations, think nonprofits like civic organizations and trade associations. These groups have member bases that want to inform, about elections, especially in a nonpartisan way. We've already got great early traction with this model here in Georgia with over 10 active paying customers. And expanding allows us to reach the market of nearly 10,000 nonprofits that exist. The best part about this is it keeps the service free for voters because organizations are the ones who are paying. Between my COO and I, we have collective backgrounds in law, in politics, in technology, which makes us the right people to solve this problem. And we add to that an amazing team of researchers, of mentors, and advisors, and an amazing community of voters, which now includes you. So take a moment, sign up for our wait list, and we'll notify you when Branch expands into your state. I think one thing we can all agree about in politics is that American politics is kind of at a low point right now. But Branch has allowed people to focus on what they can do about it right now, from casting an informed vote all the way from your local school board, all the way up to the US president. So join us, and together we can rebuild our politics from the bottom up. Thank you.
Hello. I think we need one more time for those 10 companies, guys. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm Mari Wolf with Cox Enterprises, and I have just had the distinct pleasure of working with all the Impact classes, and this one just, took it to a whole new level. So thank you so much for the incredible work of the incredible 10 companies you got to hear from tonight. Now, I know that I am not alone when I say that the impact that these companies has is also on the employees of Cox and on the mentors from the community that get to really be along for the ride with you and get to be a part of your very special progress and journey. So you guys develop, we develop, and it's really a pretty special relationship that takes place here at Techstars for the 12 weeks that we're in session. What's most important, though, is that none of this happens without a few very special people. You've seen them a little bit here and there tonight, but they usually hide a bit behind the scenes, giving their heart, their minds, their talents to these companies to make them as successful as they possibly can be. So I'd like to bring them out tonight so that we can give the Techstars crew a special thank you for the incredible work they do to make all of this magic happen. So Tim, Hannah, Anastasia, and Brittany, please come join me so that we can all say thank you. All the hugs. All of it. All the hugs. All the hugs.
Okay. Thank you, Maury. Before we go, I have some big thank yous to make. First up is our mentors. They're the core of Techstars, the reason this whole program works. We had 60 plus of them come through our program this year and help advise our companies with hands-on advice. Many of them are here in the crowd tonight, so thank you for coming. Thank you for giving first. That's our big thing at Techstars. And thank you for coming back maybe next year. We'll see. And thank you for supporting our founders. That's the biggest thing. They need this help, and your willingness to give it is incredible. We also brought in a number of folks to do speaking engagements for us. So they told us their story of being a founder and growing into the companies and enterprises they were today. We want to thank them for coming out, spending their time with our founders. A lot of them did Q&A sessions, made connections happen afterwards, like, hey, you should go talk to this guy. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for all of our speakers that came and gave workshop talks. The specialized advice that you give is also like super key. Some of it is incredibly impactful. I've seen direct results of these speakers having an impact on these founders. And lastly, we got to thank our sponsors. So we partner with these 7 companies: Amazon, LegalPad, Stripe, Brex, Google, Bolster, and HubSpot. Mouthful. They provide us with a ton of perks, but also hands-on direct access to these companies that goes beyond just a free set of credits or something. They really lean in and help, especially like Brex up there when SVB was melting down. They were really helpful. So we definitely thank them as well. And lastly, let's get the founders back here on stage. Are they ready? I can't like will it into existence. Come on. Where are they? Oh, 1 second. I got 2. I got 3. There we go. So many people. We got everyone? I feel like we're missing something. I can never keep track. So if you think there's any way that you can help these companies in any way, please scan this QR code. It goes directly to our Paper Street, which is a place where you can get updates from these companies if you want to follow along their progress as they go out of program back into the real world. And in particular, if you signed up as an investor for this event, I'm going to be emailing you directly. I've got Calendly links for all these founders, so you can get to meet them one-on-one, learn about their companies, learn how you can help them. And let's give these founders, not just me, another round of applause. You did it. So the weather has not permitted us to have our usual rooftop event, but we will be having an event up on the upper mezzanine. So go up 3 flights of stairs, those 2 bars up there. You can meet these people in person and have a chat with them. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next year.